of Aquarius and the solar shift, quantum ascension. Schumann resonance. So the mystery booms were to do with the Schumann resonance. And got the red pill there. Saying here the US embassy in Jerusalem is going to be the third temple, pointing at Al-Walid bin Talal, investor in Twitter, Citigroup and Four Seasons. Something Saudi Air Force snipers to Vegas. Oh, so that could have been them that done that Vegas shooting a year or two back, whenever it was. Saudi purge in November 2017. QAnon for Chan. Delta Force sword dance, mystery machine, Trump's South Africa visit. So over here we've got fake news, right? And then you've got two arrows going off. One of them goes over to Jeff Bezos, who owns Amazon. And it says they're Whole Foods in the Washington Post as well. And then the other way, it goes all the way up here. Points to CBS and Gannett 1906, CNN to the news. So you can see, is it saying that it's all come from this guy? Who knows? So you've got here, Twitter follows down around here. Okay, so US Embassy, Jerusalem, Third Temple. If you follow the arrow upwards, it points to the Clinton Foundation. There's also Chicago mob there, Benghazi uranium one nearby. Crazy stuff. So you've got Ray Kurzweil, The Age of Spiritual Machines, Law of Accelerating Returns, the Singularity and Transhumanism all in a box together. And then with transhumanism, you go to transgenderism, which is also next to all this stuff, Pizzagate, and Obama's right next to it as well. So that's birth certificate forgery. And also, yeah, you've got Hillary there against Trump, which has already happened. Election rigging, draining the swamp. Ah, yeah, so here we go. We've got something here. It's got Elon Musk, Hyperloop, PayPal, Tesla, SpaceX. And then it points over with MAGA being the reason of the arrow, whatever that means. And through that time, they're going to have Drain the Swamp, Women's March, which also points up to George Soros, economic war criminal. So you're going to have the Drain the Swamp, Women's March, and it leads to a rocket man in North Korea. So is that saying that Elon Musk is going to work with North Korea to create the new space system? I don't know. Follow the White Rabbit. It's got nanotechnology, Boston Dynamics, Alphabet, Google, Eric Schmidt, Zuckerberg, Facebook, AI, Palantir, I've heard of that before. Hashtag Tyler, Hive project that leads to CIA electronic surveillance and Vault 7. Enough is enough, so WikiLeaks are going to be the tool to end this, and the Pizzagate and Podesta emails, which I think a lot of this has all come out. It's just so much stuff on here, you know. This plan is just so much nonsense sewed together for everyone to get lost in and think, well, there's nothing else. So is this saying Wi-Fi 1998? Oh right, yeah. Getty Center 1997, Templar Fortress. I don't know if you can see this very well. Steve Jobs, Apple, $666. Satanic Panic. Monsanto, Agenda 21. Chemtrails, GMOs, climate change, geoengineering, fluoridation, big pharma, vaccines. See, if this was all these things I've shown you today, if this was done by someone just trying to stir up against the powers that be, this is a lot of stuff to just think up and make up and put on a drawing. This is clearly put together by someone that has knowledge of an agenda or an understanding. Do you know what I mean? All these arrows everywhere and everything as well. George Bush 9/11 Tower Sacrifice. World Trade 7 also planned demolition, which led to the Iraqi invasion, and Obama there as well. So above this you've got Hillary and Bill, Lockheed Martin and John Bennett Ramsey underneath for something or other. And you got the Pyramid of Power here, Pindar at the top, Council of 13 underneath, Committee of 300, then you'll have like the think tanks and the round table. Then yeah, you got the finance and resources underneath, and then obviously people underneath the pyramid. So is this saying here, the Clinton Foundation, Hillary and Bill were a part of the Bosnian genocide, as with Russian Federation? I don't know. Waco, Texas, Arkansas, the Clinton body count, Oklahoma City, 1995, 1993 World Trade bombing, FBI involvement, opium ban, Taliban, Afghanistan, opium boom. So these things that I've shown you today are easily accessible on Google. Just type in QMAP or Q plan. This is just crazy. So I mean, I could just sit here reading random stuff out, but there's basically a whole plan there, which is not a straight line that you can read from beginning to end. But it's a lot of stuff. You've got Bavarian Illuminati, founded May the 1st, 1776 by Adam Wishart, Jesuit professor. Had a connection with the popes. That is Pope Pius VII in 1814, Pope Clement the 14th, Suppression of Society of Jesus in 1773. Got the Knights of Malta, Knights Templar, Catholic Military Order, 1718. God's Soldiers, apparently, with hyphenated, which is Jesuits and the Papal bloodlines. Nostradamus, 1556, got his book, but it's obviously French, but then it's got the English translations next to it, but as well as the English translations, it's got the author's opinion of them translations, which makes them useless. 1561 UFO battle in Nuremberg, so that's something we could try and look on Gallica for. There must be something on there. Dracula or Vlad the Impaler in 1476. Yeah, apparently Vlad the Impaler, he did live in Transylvania, but he weren't a blood-sucking vampire. Apparently, I don't know. Just killed people in such a really gruesome way. So yeah, obviously this is saying that this is where the royal family, the House of Windsor, have come from. And the City of London and Dragon Worship, which changed its name in 1917, and they're of German descent. And this is claiming that the Queen is a shapeshifter. Banking cartels fund both sides of every war. Napoleonic Wars from 1803 to 1815, so around the time that we're our current reset it started. Battle of Waterloo, Rothschild's money takeover, Port Chicago disaster, Manhattan Project, Los Alamos. So Pentagon, Nazi Germany, OSS, Office of Strategic Services, CIA, Langley, Virginia, Geneva. The Vril Society, Fool Society. When I've looked at maps, even when I've looked at Google Earth, you can't see it anymore, but in the old maps just near the UK, there was an island in the past called Fool Island, which ain't there anymore. Apparently it's where the Vril Society come from, and the Vril Society basically are currently at the moment holding on to the free energy technology that's going to be released in time to come. And the Vrils are humans, channel beings, channel people from below. So got the moon landings and the MJ-12 and the Area 51, all this stuff. Stanley Kubrick, obviously movie maker. It's all on the movies. So, John G. Trump, FBI raided Tesla. What's that about? Donald Trump inauguration. Transforming power from Washington, D.C., giving it back to you, the people. We stand at the birth of a new millennium, ready to unlock the mysteries of space, to free the Earth from the miseries of disease, and to harness the energies, industries, and technologies of tomorrow. Stuff that is already invented and could have been used to help people as soon as it got invented, but it's been held back for the purpose of this time and this story and this agenda. 5G kill grid, Hive project. Yeah, everyone's got the Hive on their smart meters, haven't they? So that the 5G, when it, internet box is turned up, it can all work together to like create an electric field around your house for all the cables in the walls. Vault 7, CIA electronics, I've seen that one. So mass surveillance, NSA spy grid, Utah data center, Edward Snowden 2013 leak. Yeah, that was the PRISM computer system, which is the mystery machine. No such agency. So there is no actual mass surveillance according to this, apparently. That's when the military industrial complex, 1961. Bilderberg Group, Project Paperclip, Federal Reserve System, 1913. So it's been around for 107 years so far, and it was created 5 years after the FBI. So there's Thelema, do what thou wilt, that's the one law of Satan, shall be the whole of the law. Owl symbolism, Moloch, Bohemian Grove. We've all seen that footage of people around the campfire and the big owl worshipping idols. Protocols in the Elders of Zion has something to do with Walt Disney and magic. And Club 33 for Walt Disney. Up here we've got Ra, and the pyramids of Giza and obelisks. Maya Teotihuacan, geoglyphs, Haran, Temple of Sin, Yonaguni, Monmouth, Zoroastrianism, that leads to Satanism. Lucifer, Satan, Baal, Tower of Babel, Nimrod, Babylon, Nebuchadnezzar, which also led to Solomon's Temple and the pillars of Boaz and Jachin, which is symbology as well in Freemasonry. But going back to Nimrod and Babylon, and at that point we've got an arrow leading to the Rothschilds, who are of the Khazarian Mafia, which were established in 700 to 1200 AD, the Khazarian Ukraine area, with 3 sevens underneath. And they also have an arrow pointing down to, behold, I will make them a synagogue of Satan, which say they are Jews and are not, but do lie. Revelation 3:9. And the Rockefeller Foundation are within that arrow as well. There's also another arrow coming from the Rockefeller Foundation going to John D. Rockefeller there, right next to the Rothschilds. So you've got the Rothschilds also pointing down to the Federal Reserve System, which, when they did the big market crash around that time and then bought back, caused everyone, because they had a lot of stock, more than the world, because they were super rich then anyway, by selling all their stock, caused panic in everyone else to make them sell all their stock, so that then the Rothschilds could buy back everything very cheap and have a lot more for free. Is that not what's happening at the moment? You know, the whole world's been shut down. All these companies are going bust, and they will go bust, and then they'll get bought back really cheap, and there'll be a new power system, someone that controls most things. So, like I said before, Baz and Jachin, twin pillars of Freemasonry, which is also a house of the temple, and out of chaos comes order. Native American genocide. So right underneath Freemasonry, you've also got Aleister Crowley, who basically created Satanism. It's pointing with him also at Hermetic Order and the Golden Dawn. Ordo Templi Orientis, Albert Pike, all this, the Dark World power system. So there was things such as Operation High Jump in Antarctica, Nushiban Land. What else we got for Antarctica? Don't know. Villa Farnese, Jesuit War Room. Just so much stuff on it. I mean, this video is actually gone on for over an hour and a half, and you know, there's still so much stuff to go on about, but I'm just getting sick of talking about it, really. I know, when I was saying about the satellite before, earlier on in this video, it was called the Black Knight satellite. It's been here for thousands of years. Here, yeah, it's talking about Nibiru, which in my previous video, the Destroyer, Planet X, Nibiru, does come around, but it's going to be used when it comes about these ancient aliens, the Anunnaki, from heaven to earth they came. Their planet is Nibiru, and when it comes by, it's going to heat up the whole solar system as it heats up, going around the sun before it passes between the sun and the earth. And in order to save their world, they need our gold, so they can turn it into fine dust and let it float around in their atmosphere like chemtrails. And that's the story of what's going to happen, apparently, according to this Anunnaki story. And you've got Enki and you've got Enlil, and Enlil is basically ruling for his dad Anu on Nibiru, and Enki is basically banished from Nibiru and lives on Earth, or did live on Earth and died, and his son Ra took over, and then at that point Ra kind of made the one world system of worshipping the sun, but not the son of the father, but the son of the sky. So yeah, and then this all leads to Draco, Reptilians, Pleiadians, Lord Ashtar Command, yeah, that's it, Galactic Federation of Light, and the Ascended Masters. So one of the Ascended Masters, I can't remember his name, he's going to be the one that releases the worldwide money funds, that they've had this massive amount of gold that they've stored for thousands of years for this very time, or something like that. But no. They robbed lots of people out of their cryptocurrency so they could afford this whole time right now. So there's gonna, yeah, this has got all the stuff around it: cattle mutilation, abductions, the TR-3B Air Force, Black Satellite, Phoenix Lights from '97, giant spiral anomalies. You've got down here, I just saw CERN, Portal to Hell, Shiva statue, solar eclipse, and it's all leading down to the Church of AI, which started in 2070 by Anthony Lewandowski. Techno-Lutheranism, Mandela Effect, Akashic Records. So someone's messing with the supermind to create the Mandela Effect. Fractal time. Eric Schmidt. Oh yeah, we've been there already. Alphabet Google, what's that got to do with anything? Peak oil hoax. Cracking. The law of accelerating returns. The age of spiritual change. I have in there. 9/11 memorial. As above, so below. I don't get that. They're saying that they've built 2 underground towers. Not sure. So Nibiru also pointed up to ARPANET, whatever that is, birth of the internet, I suppose. Predictive programming, DARPA, Scientology, Hubbard, Cydonia and Mars, which is the face of Mars, I think. Pine Gap in Australia is important for some of this. Must be a big, deep underground military base there, maybe. Acknowledged species access projects. Solar Warden, moon landings, Agartha and Inner Earth. All done by Stanley Kubrick, it's dead now. The Coming Race. See, this just goes on and on and on. There's Ra, the son of Enki. His kids apparently were Isis and Cyrus and Thoth. Maya Tetuti Khan, Aztec people, Bosnian Pyramid, Yonaguni, Haran. Yeah, I just feel like I might be going around in circles now. I'm just getting blinded by all this jargon. Mussolini, what's that got to do with the Vatican state being recognised? So, yeah, trauma-based mind control, triggers and handlers, ritual abuse alters, dissociative identity disorder, depattering and psychic driving, transformation of America. Is that with TVs? Project Monarch, coronavirus. Thanks for the memories. So yeah, there's a movie, I can't remember what it's called. There's a movie out recently where you can have, you can go to a place and you can buy memories to be installed into your mind. So you can choose to have whatever memories. If you wanted to have the memory of jumping out of a plane with a parachute, even though you'd never done it, you would have the distinct memories of doing it. It's in a movie. I guess this is saying that they might be able to do that somehow, or they want people to think they can. So Operation Mockingbird is disinformation and psyops since Gannett of 1906. Alan Dully's CIA director kind of brought all of this about, maybe, which includes the Bay of Pigs operation in 1961, Operation Success or Peace Success, Operation Ajax or Ajax, Reigning Coup, Operation Gladio, Rat Lions, CIA drug trafficking, cocaine agency. Sorry, Cocaine Import Agency, CIA. No way. Pablo Escobar. Which also leads down to Taliban, Afghanistan, opium boom, and heroin epidemic. Which is going down to 9/11 is to do with that, and anthrax attacks on media. Excuse me. So much stuff, so much. So I think I'll leave it there. Like I say, you can find these on Google really easy. And I'm not saying to promote these in a positive way. I'm trying to give people understanding from a different perspective, and hopefully that everyone can use their critical thinking and see what the right thing to do will be when the time comes to make that decision. Yeah, I hope you enjoyed, or I hope you found something interesting in there that you could look into, and if there's anything that you spotted that I didn't, let me know, put it in the comments, and I look forward to speaking with you all again soon. So take care, and God bless.